the 3 R's of real and lasting change. And it is relate, repeat, reframe. And of the 3 R's, the one that is the most significant is...
We weren't going to talk about personal development, but I'm a huge personal development fan.
Yeah.
So you touched on this, and I think anyone out there listening to it, everyone probably has gone through some kind of personal development, but they end up, just like you said, reaching for the moon, starting to move forward, getting really excited for a couple days, and then sliding backwards a little bit. You saw that. Well, you saw that, and two, I appreciate that you say that, because I love Tony Robbins to death, but he would always say, you don't backslide. Like, that's your own problem. All of that.
So, that is such BS. And honest to God, I just have to interrupt and say, I am so sick and tired of unconscious marketers selling personal development under the guise that it's an instant and permanent change. Have you effing met humanity? Like, that is not how it goes. Is it possible? Yes, it's possible. Does it happen? Yes. Is it as rare as Sasquatch riding a unicorn? Yes. Christ almighty, it drives me nuts, Steve. Like, seriously.
Well, so that actually pre-frames my question perfectly well. If you had to, from all your time in personal development, is that where the mastermind came from, was to stop the backslide and help support people move forward? And is that what you would still suggest today? Somebody is out there doing personal development stuff, and they're like, man, I keep beating myself up every day. I'm backsliding. What's something from all your wealth of knowledge that you would give them?
Well, it's a simplest community. So I'll recommend a book that is the best science, by the way. And it's funny that this book isn't as well read as it should be, but I think that it isn't as well read as it should be because it flies in the face of the instant marketers of you too can have an instant transformation if I balance a crystal on your head. It's called Change or Die, and it's written by a guy named Alan Deutschman. And he actually boils down what he calls the 3 R's of real and lasting change. And it is relate, repeat, reframe. And of the 3 R's, the one that is the most significant is relate, which is fundamentally community. That is why mastermind groups work so well to assist people to actually create and live into the transformation that they taste. And by the way, the community doesn't have to be a mastermind group. The community could be your church group. The community could be your running group. The community could be your family if they were playing along, which often they aren't, but that's another conversation. But community is the most important thing. So if you can find a community that is in alignment with the changes that you are working on creating in your life, by the way, life, business, the entire process, then that's probably I'm going to take my qualifier off it. It is the single most important decision that you will make in your entire life. I talk about this in our JVology sort of marketing promotions, which is this. Look, we're going to teach you a whole bunch of stuff, but you know what's more important? The decision you have to make is, what is the joint venture community that you are going to join and participate in? Because that is going to, the right community handles the reframing because it's embedded and implicit and explicit in every conversation. And it handles the repeating because you're always in the same conversation about how am I going to actually shift this and create this. And the science, just to be clear about this, that he used as the foundation of this book is people that have had double or triple heart bypass surgery. And how, should I give away the essence of the book?
Yeah, go for it.
So he studies, and it's a decent sample, right? So it's actual fact. So he studies a bunch of people that basically have heart attacks, have surgery. They wake up and they are told these words: you change your lifestyle or you will die. It's that simple. This is not it'd be nice if you did, you should lose 5 pounds, keep your blood pressure low. Like, it's not that conversation. It's change or die. That's the title of the book. Now, when I ask people this question, it's like, so how many of you think if you, number one, are lying in bed with your chest, cut from here to here, stapled back up, and you actually lived through your heart attack, and somebody said to you, change your day, how many of you think you could actually make the change? And I ask it in a room, and everybody's hand goes up. It's like, I could do that. It's change or die. In the face of the biggest fear of a human being, which is dying, I could do it. But guess what the reality is?
I would say less than 20%, probably like 10%.
You are exactly correct. 1 in 10 can stick the change. 1 in 10 in the face of death, for Christ's sake. In the face of death. So when we get to, and I'm not trying to slam Tony Robbins, but it's just that example of we can do an NLP trick and it's going to be a permanent and never-ending solution that is going to take all these things. It's like, not likely. Again, it's possible.
But yeah, I follow what you're saying. I mean, I love Tony Robbins events. I think they are great to go to, and they move the needle and they show you what is possible. But you have to, I agree, have a support group. You have to change your life. You have to read a bunch of books. It is not, you don't go to an event for 3 days and come out of that with your life changed. It can be the catalyst to start a change, but it cannot be a change.
Yes.
So, okay. Thanks for clearing that up. I love personal development, and that was a really, really good takeaway. So are you looking to scale your business but trying to figure out how to get your message across? Well, go to storyselling.how to grab my free course that will show you how to discover everything that you need to build your business through stories. These stories work whether it's in social media, email, or public speaking. There are 5 core stories that you'll learn. You'll be able to use all of them by the time you're done with this course. Again, that is storyselling.how. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure to tune in next time.